I'm saying, like, we just don't like change as human beings. It's just we have to force ourselves to get out of that and face those.
And it's challenging, man. It's uncomfortable as fuck whenever you're like, fuck, scrolling through Instagram, looking at Instagram models and shit.
Nah, I don't do that, bro. I unfollowed a lot of them a long ass time ago, bro. Come on. Onlyfans, they're trying to remove adult content. And the interesting thing here is they're trying to focus more on mainstream, like. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. What is Gucci? Manucci's. Welcome to the Half Court Podcast. This is episode 80. And today, man, after a 2-week break, we're bringing you guys a lot of good content. We back up and running. You know, I got AV right by my side.
Episode 80?
80, brother.
All right, so these next 20, we got to come with some bangers.
Some bangers after bangers. And, you know, we got Marcos El Pelon.
Right here.
You know what I'm saying, in the back behind the cameras. So, AV, I'm going to let you start this one off. What do you want to talk about on this one, man, to get it started?
Man, we got a couple things. We got loneliness and depression as the first topic. And then we got John McAfee, the whole suicide thing.
Yes, that's pretty interesting, too.
Yeah, that dude was on one.
Yeah, that we're going to talk about that, too. We got the
OnlyFans, I guess. No more beating your meat on the OnlyFans thing.
So, yeah, we got some good stuff, man. So, AV, take it away with depression and.
So I ran into this video actually as I was driving to the podcast. I was just on YouTube and I saw it was a Joe Rogan clip, and we'll put a link to it or whatever. And they were talking about loneliness in America. I guess people just feel lonely as fuck in America for some reason, man.
Do you think, because it looks like it's like an American thing, right? Do you think it's on purpose, though?
What do you mean on purpose?
So when I mean on purpose is like, you know, we have our devices that is a main cause of like feeling lonely, feeling depressed, you know, and it's like they push it a lot, the buy more culture, because that means you as, for example, I put myself in like a position, like if I'm broke and I'm looking at the other person that he's getting in debt, but he wants to show off. But when he gets behind doors, he's also depressed. But I'm also depressed because I'm looking at his shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So everybody's just worried about other people's shit.
And I think that's what I asked. Like, do you think that's a trigger to that kind of depression?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of a bunch of shit. Like social media, that's definitely one. And we know that from just research, like depression,
we've experienced
suicide.
It ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Like just cleansing from fucking Facebook will change your life.
Yeah.
And that's big old facts. But I think it's a solution, bro. Or it's like a combination of everything. Like it's fucking social media. And then like you said, us comparing ourselves, like wanting more. That dude said it perfect on that video. Like we're more focused on getting more instead of being present and in the moment. So a lot of times you'll see a badass view or something and we'll take our phone out and then
want to show everybody else
instead of just
like
enjoying it
that moment and soaking it in and like, you're right.
And I would say that all that leads to the whole anxiety thing and it all boils down to not being present and not being in the moment. Like we get in our heads and we start creating scenarios and shit like that, and that's where we steal our own peace. You know what I'm saying? And
we've gotten better. Like even you, bro. Like I barely see you now on the Snapchat. You know what I'm saying? And it's because like I used to be all over it, but I'm only posting my the clips and promoting our business and shit. And it's like I've learned that it's like
you can live without
it. You don't have to show anybody shit. You know what I'm saying? And we just have this validation because when we do this shit constantly, every single day, just showing people what we're doing through Snapchat and Instagram stories, is like you're seeking for validation. That's what it is.
Really
you're seeking for somebody to comment so you can feel good and like, oh, I'm getting this attention and this. Because I feel like it's really not necessary, man. You just have to learn how to live with yourself.
Another thing that I think is the reason why we are all depressed and shit is because we lack self-control and like discipline and shit like that. So we're guilty. Like we know we're not living up to our potential. So that's why people are like feeling guilty about their shit and, end up just drinking or running away from the problems instead of facing them, which is what we should be doing. But most of us run away from the problems.
It's one of those where I feel like it's a hard pill to swallow. Like we just don't want to face that. It's easy for us to just, take the other route and not be like, all right, I got to face this shit. How can I become a better person? How can I just cut all this shit down? And it's I don't know. It's weird. It's one of those where it's like, why are we, when it comes to like a challenge, when it comes to like pushing ourselves and getting out of that comfort zone, we're not accustomed to it. Like, you know, if you're not mentally prepared and like we're just accustomed to being like, oh, I don't like change. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just don't like change as human beings. It's just, we have to force ourselves to get out of that and face those.
And it's challenging, man. It's uncomfortable as fuck whenever you're doing something that you're not familiar with. I forgot earlier, I was watching some video and that's what they were saying, that is like the mind is basically like working out. Like you gotta put yourself in uncomfortable situations, just like working out. If you're not putting your muscles under stress, then you're not gonna fucking grow, you know. And same with us as human beings. A lot of times we're scared, but we forget how fucking powerful we actually are. Like, if we're under a stressful situation, we're shit is gonna kick in,
right?
And
Diamonds are gonna be built under that pressure. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, most of us, whenever we get that sense of scaredness or whatever, a lot of people are like, "Nah, I'm not gonna do it. Fuck it, I'm not gonna do it." So before they even take the chance, they just fucking don't do it.
And I genuinely believe that our minds is one of our worst enemies. Just as powerful as it is, I believe it's one of our worst enemies. Because sometimes
you can depress yourself just by sitting there thinking.
Like, even me,
like if you sit there and think of all the wrong shit that could go,
you're done. You're done. You're like, nah, and that's what happened with a lot of people, bro. Like, even me challenging myself to do this podcast in Spanish was like, am I good for it? Am I going to entertain people? And I had these thoughts and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, nah, this ain't it. Like, I'm going to go for it and I'm going to face this challenge. Because, bro, it's gotten to the point where I forgot words in Spanish. Just because, like, I talk in the house, I talk Spanish with my brothers, but we don't use certain words. You know, like, I didn't know how to say a credit score in Spanish. I had to fucking Siri that shit mid-podcast. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was challenging, but I left it as is. You know what I'm saying? I left it like, and I didn't cut shit out. I was like, I'm trial and error, but I'm going to let you guys be a part of this journey. You know what I'm saying? And it takes a lot to do that, bro. A lot of people like are waiting for that perfect moment. Like my coworker was like, bro, I want to start streaming gaming. He's very passionate about gaming, but he's waiting. Like, I don't got the camera. Bro, just turn on that shit. Turn on your console.
Man, I think we've been preaching that shit since day one. I'm almost sick of fucking saying it. You know
I
was
what I'm
like,
don't wait for the perfect moment. You know what I'm saying?
You just got to do
and
that.
It's a mindset, bro, because at that point you have to be like, I got to go and grow, because we say it a lot, but people like to see the growth. If you come up with a badass set, like if we were, like we said it before, we start with this shit, with the nice wall, like, cool. But everybody now can see, go back to our first episodes, like fucking me interviewing AV at the apartment. You can see the progress. And I think, that's...
Everybody copied our damn wall.
Yeah, Joe Rogan, you got the impulsive, like...
Everybody.
Come on, give us credit, man. We started this wave, but...
The real ones know. The real ones know. I would say, man, or shit, let's go to Pelon. I know you've been facing a lot of challenges lately, or not challenges, but you've been putting yourself in new situations and shit like that. So tell people how you went about diving in and just going for it.
Speak to them, brother. Speak to them.
Well, the way I put it out was like, I didn't really like.
First of all, bro, you're here, and you reached out to us. You know what I'm saying? So like, you already got out of that comfort zone of being like, I'm gonna hit up these two motherfuckers that I don't know. I'm gonna be a part of the team and I'm gonna show them I'm worthy.
Now you're on the microphone. Now telling your story.
Yeah, exactly. So tell them, man.
Like how I came on here?
Tell them like how you put yourself.
Why are you doing all this shit? Why are you working at Telemundo?
I do it because like I want to experience like and know more people, you know? Because I mean, it's not like an opportunity to come like this and you not reach out to no one, because like it's like, you know, for me this is something for me, because like later on it'll be accomplished, like as in me getting experience to like talk on a podcast, because like even though I hear podcasts all the time, you know, on my own time, it helps me like, you know, to be in a real podcast though. I feel like
it builds your resume.
Yeah, it'll hold that, and then also being able to like, you know, learn things I didn't even know about, you know.
And you're also
listen to like others
working at the news too, because that's a different challenge. You have to be fast.
You got to step out and
fast pace.
Talking about that, I actually went to a breaking news, and like, you know, you would expect to go up to like a policeman or something and ask him like what happened here and this and that. I didn't do that today. I just went up there and just, you know, took some videos, snapshots, and just left, you know, like, but knowing that I'm gonna have to know what's up in case it's not on the other news, because we get it from other news as well. You know, what if I don't know that information? They don't know that information, and I gotta go up there and ask them myself. You know.
Yeah.
So
that's where you gotta break that shell.
Myself.
You gotta be on your toes and shit. So I think that's the way to grow, man. Is just being in that fast pace and like just put it, uncomfortable. That's what it comes down to. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to do that, and it's just like I feel like you have to, man. I feel like we're just so accustomed just to saying, "Nah, I'm not gonna do it," and just living with the results.
I would say like that's where the sense of loneliness and depression and all that shit comes from. Is from like not living up to your potential and like being scared. If you're just scared all the time, you're gonna feel fucking depressed.
Loneliness is a big one, man. That is definitely a big one. It's something that us as humans, we're not accustomed to being alone. We're not meant. Even though we're born, we get, and then we die alone. It's like,
that's why when people get sent to like solitary confinement in jail, they get fucking traumatized and they got to face their demons and shit because they're in there, let's say a month in a dark ass room by yourself. That's fucking torture, man.
So when it comes to that, bro, let's say, you really don't have much friends, but you're not really worried about it. How does one find a way not to feel lonely?
I think this is what the problem is, man. We have Dizzy Wright said it best. He said, the world's fucked up because there's so much technology but not enough communication. So
big one.
Run that one back.
Run that one back, man. There's not, what was it again?
There's so much technology and not enough communication. So with that being said, what that means is we're not actually building good relationships. You kind of know somebody, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, hey, what's up, bro? Like,
yeah, like boom.
That's it. Most people don't actually sit there and talk and build a relationship. And then we're in a time right now where people, like, the fuckery is at an all-time high. So people are doing each other dirty, like people are cheating on each other. They're fucking being savages. So basically at that point, everybody has trust issues and shit. So I believe that's where the loneliness comes from. Like, even though a bunch of people, you don't really trust anybody, you don't really fuck with anybody like that, and then like there's certain people that have like, I'm thankful I have my mom, my dad. So but imagine somebody that doesn't have their mom, their dad, and then they don't really have no friends. That shit can get, even if you have 5,000 friends on Facebook, you're gonna feel lonely if you don't have like those genuine relationships that you can fucking really, really, really like.
That's important, but I think that's also one of the hardest things, to kind of find is that genuine. You just have to build it.
It's our responsibility really to find that find that girl that you're gonna fucking make kids with. Find that, like, the sense of family. That's why I think like you see a lot of older Mexican people, like all they're happy with is seeing all their grandkids and everybody at the house eating. So simple, you know what I'm saying? But that's when they're the happiest because it's that sense of family and like unity and shit.
Yeah, I feel that, bro. To be honest, I feel that. Like, I think yesterday was the day where like my sister was at the house, all my brothers, and like we're all just having like this, quality family time and just talking about random shit. And it was like, that's dope.
That's really like, what it is, bro. That's what it's all about.
And that's
that's the whole reason why you got the fucking house, for all of y'all to do that. And with work and it's hard.
We do get caught up. And speaking about depression and stuff, one of my coworkers was asking me like, oh, why Oklahoma and this and that. He was like kind of wanting to know my backstory and stuff. And I find it interesting. And I was like, I don't know how the topic became about, but I was like, I don't know. But I never felt a sense of depression when I was living in Puerto Rico. Never crossed my mind. The moment I get here, and it's not because of Oklahoma, I'm just saying just the United States in general. Like, that's when I started, experiencing more of that depression and like.
I would say probably because over there, the sunlight is hitting you. You were probably more active. You're out there, fucking. Here is like grind time. It's more like just back to the whole thing. We're focused on getting things and not being present. Over there, you're probably looking at the beach, the sand, the bad broads. Over here, you're like scrolling through Instagram, looking at Instagram models and shit.
Nah, I don't do that, bro. I unfollowed a lot of them a long ass time ago, bro. Come on. But it was one of those, man. I think it was very interesting because, I do enjoy the journey and like it's a process, you know what I'm saying? And it has to be something, you gotta love, but it's like, yeah, I mean, I've been through that, dark place. I've been through that, like, damn, this fucking rat race. Like, damn, you feel like you're not getting anywhere sometimes, and it can get to you.
Man, I can definitely. I've been doing construction work with my dad right now, and compared to being a barber, like right now, I'm just grinding, doing whatever the fuck I got to do to make my vision come true. So I'm out there busting ass in like hot weather, and it's all dusty, and it's like, fuck. I can understand why people fucking end up selling drugs, because bro, imagine like working in roofing and what we're doing is it's cabinets, and so it's hot and shit, but it's nothing compared to like somebody on a roof, fucking
putting fucking concrete,
yeah. Shout out to them,
98 degree, yeah.
So imagine you're doing that, and then you're making like 150 a day. Or 120 a day to bust ass from fucking sundown to
my man.
So at the end of the week, you basically busted ass like that, and you still just barely making it by. Like,
I had this thing yesterday, and I don't know why I think about these random shit, but I was like, and I preach it a lot. Like, if you're gonna be,
motherfuckers are depressed.
Yeah, like if you're gonna be an employee, just keep in mind that no matter how much work you put, you're always gonna be underpaid, right? So I'm over here thinking yesterday as I'm working, it's busy as hell. I'm like, damn, bro, my labor made the company so much money,
and they're giving you like 100,
and I made 100 that day. That's it.
Yeah,
I made the company.
You feel salty.
I was boom, 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 back and forth, and I'm like, I made the company so much, and I get crumbs. Damn. But it's like that's what it is. I know what I got to do.
You got to build value,
exactly,
so people come see you.
Exactly.
It's not that they're going to Variety, or whatever the fuck, Home Depot. Like they're coming to you for your services.
So it was just one of those thoughts that just came in randomly. I'm like,
no, bro. I mean, there's no surprise that people are depressed, and so it's like if you barely have enough to get by, and then you can just take a pill that's gonna make you feel good. That's cheap. You don't got, you know what I'm saying? You don't got to go nowhere. Bro, you pop that pill and that shit makes you feel good.
Are you talking about a specific drug?
No.
Or just prescribed
anything, bro. I would say like even the prescribed drugs, like they fucking like, let's say a Xanax.
Yeah.
You pop a little piece of a Xanax, you're gonna feel better. It's gonna what is it called? Suppress the fucking feeling. So what I'm saying is like, let's say it's a person that's barely getting by and shit. They don't really have enough money to go out for entertainment, or at the end of the month, they pay their bills, they bought their groceries, and now they're just like maybe have $100 or some shit. It's like, fuck
I've been there. I've been there for like probably recent too. Like
so,
I've been there, bro.
So instead of like, okay, I'm going to go to Kong's, it's like, fuck it, I'm going to go get a bar for $6, pop that motherfucker and go to sleep. Like,
yeah.
So there's no surprise that people are fucking self-medicating and shit to just make time pass by because it's not fun. So it's like,
you're right. Yeah, I can see that happening, and I feel like it's one of those where, there's a lot of natural ways to kind of, combat depression and make yourself feel better. Food has a lot to do. There's this certain gas that the gut releases that also has to do with mood. So that's something that has to do a lot. Avocados are very good too. It kind of helps the brain as well. There's a lot of natural shit, but I can definitely see that happening. Just want something quick. You hit up your plug. Let me get a little bar. Boom, you're done.
You're
out. What I'm saying? You're out. It didn't take you much.
And then the thing with that is that eventually you're gonna need another bar and then another fucking line or another. And then the cycle ends up getting nasty because now you're in debt and shit.
So
some quick statistics though.
Yeah,
this is crazy. I was looking at like people on antidepressants, and the highest number is females age 45 to 64. So that means like the older they get, the more.
And I can see life. That. I can see that like, midlife crisis.
Check this out though. The second highest number is females 20 through 44. So
females are the highest?
Yeah, females are higher. More females are on antidepressants than men. So I think probably the thing with men is that we're probably self-medicating more. So I assure you men are more drunks and more fucking cokeheads.
Could be. And then you got to keep in mind females too also are more emotionally, they might be attached to somebody, what I'm saying? Like they get a lot of mood swings and shit. So that, you know, periods and all that kind of shit changes their mood. So I can see that happening, you know, being the number.
And then another weird little thing I saw is for males, 45 to 64 is the highest. So basically, it's that midlife
crisis
yeah,
type
they're
shit.
like, fuck me.
Yeah. Because if you're, man, think about it. You're in your 35s, you're in your 40s and shit. And you're like, what the fuck have I done with my life?
It's the same as with women, 20 to 44 is the second highest. So, I mean, shit.
Interesting.
That is interesting, huh?
Yeah, it's one of those. It's like that midlife thing. Where
I would
it's
say the 20 to 44 is probably stressing just about getting life together. And then 45 to 64 is the motherfuckers that didn't get it together.
Yeah.
So now they're like...
Yeah, I definitely see it. You know what I'm saying?
But man, let's finish this with the happy note. 70%
exactly.
of people who stick with the treatment actually benefit from mental relief. So with that being said, like Darwin was saying, if you're eating good, if you're fucking, you know, working out, maybe going to therapy here and there if you need it, go get some massages, some fucking facials, a pedicure, self-care shit that you'll feel better. So
yeah, sometimes, and I think a lot has to do also with our jobs, right? I remember I asked a coworker that was full-time. He went down to part-time, and I asked him, why did you do that? He was like, a better work-life balance. I feel like to me, it was worth it more to just budget and cut down, because the pandemic made me realize that, damn, I like having time off to do shit I want to do, instead of, you know, dedicating a full, because you think about it, man, it's 40 hours a day, bro. That's like 40 hours a week. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's 5 days that you're putting 8 hours a day.
by the
you know
time
what
you
I'm saying?
get out, you're ready to just lay down.
Like, that was a big one. So if you have to do that, if your job provides you that, you have to just budget, you know what I'm saying? Budget and like find other ways to grow, because it's like
finding like healthier ways to be happy is I think the solution.
That's
like if you got to go hiking, if you got to go figure different shit out instead of just being stuck in the house and shit.
Yeah, so that's a definitely was an interesting one to talk about. But let's move on to the next, and I think this one is a very interesting one, recent as hell too. John McAfee, man. John McAfee is the creator of the antivirus McAfee. You saw it on everybody's computer. I've had it before on my computer. And he was on the run for the longest. He was hiding in Spain. I think he said it lasted about 2 years, where he was just hopping from hotel to hotel. He had a lot.
He was running from the government?
Yeah. One was tax invasion, which I don't think that's like a serious... It's a crime.
I saw that video where he was pissed off that they came and they raided his house. He said that they killed his dog.
Yeah, it's crazy. My thing is, like, the main reason why they caught him was for tax evasion, which I think it's kind of BS, because a lot of companies, corporates, they owe a shit ton of money in taxes. You know what I'm saying? But you still can go to prison, right? But that was a perfect excuse for them. Now it's a conspiracy, right? Because he said it like he tatted like his arm and said, like, if I ever commit suicide, it wasn't me. They came for me. You know what I'm saying?
And he was really doing some crazy shit, hacking into their systems.
Right.
And
I think that was interesting, because you own this software. So he put a bug in there. So he knew a lot of information. So imagine you create the software, you present it to the government, and you're like, hey, this is antivirus. So, you know, you won't get viruses, but you also tap into that kind of information. So in a way, he did shot himself in the foot, because he already knew what you were getting yourself into. You know what I'm saying? You can't fuck with the government. It doesn't matter who the hell you are. You're just going to lose all the time. Yeah. So I think that was pretty interesting.
He sacrificed himself kind of to shine a little light on the corruption and shit.
So there's another conspiracy on this, right? So he tweeted a long time ago, he tweeted that if the government ever comes for him, he is going to release 31 terabytes of confidential government information that he has stored in Miami, in a condo in Miami, right? The moment he commits suicide, quote unquote, the Miami building collapsed. Have you seen that shit on the news? Have you seen it?
No. Yeah, I did see it.
They say it's linked to that, you know, whole John McAfee thing.
Because the information is in there.
It wasn't, because to me it didn't make sense. It's like, okay, he's being very specific. Like, I got 31 terabytes here in a condo in Miami.
Terabytes.
31 terabytes. That's a lot. Not gigabytes, terabytes.
That's a lot, man.
So to me,
probably
like,
had Hillary Clinton getting porked or something.
Bro, to me it's wild, because it's like, okay, we want to think that the condo is old, because that's the reports on the news. It said it was old, they need to repair. But at the end of the day, it's like, who the hell doesn't evacuate a condo when it's old and needs to get repaired? Like, that just doesn't, like, if a condo's getting old and need repair, you got to get everybody out because it's going to collapse at a certain point, right? But the moment
that sounds like some
sus
conspiracy shit. Eddie Bravo shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of those where it's like, nah, we're just going to, go after this whole building. That way there's no evidence.
I wouldn't be surprised by anything that the government could do. So, yeah. And Buddy was talking, like, he was talking reckless.
Reckless, bro. He got heated. He didn't give a fuck.
Milk. That boy needed some milk.
He didn't give a fuck. So, I don't know, man. Whoever got some more information about the whole John McAfee, just comment down below, because I think that's an interesting one. And I
like how bold he was, man. I
do.
like how bold he was. Rest in peace.
Yes. And I want to just, prayers go out to all the people that died in that collapse, because that shit was ugly. The people that are, lost families. My condolences to you guys. That's very unfortunate. Imagine you being in the fucking...
And that goes back, man, to just being thankful for every day. And this corny as fuck, but it's just one of those, you gotta be thankful every day, because she...
So, man, we'll close it with this, but what do you... my thing is, like, they get him in prison. He's in Spain. They're about to translate him to, to the U.S. and in that process, he
extradite him.
Yeah, he commits suicide, and that's the same thing that happened with Jeffrey Epstein, right? I feel like that's just a perfect plan for the government to, do their thing, pop them, right?
That's the thing, bro.
But it's a conspiracy, right? It's allegedly, like, let's just say it as is, right?
I just wouldn't be surprised, bro. The way he was talking crazy. So it's like, if you're gonna talk crazy about the biggest gang in the world,
yeah. There's consequences to
and
it.
they can make it seem like whatever. And if he did commit suicide, fuck. I mean, maybe that was like, he just thought that was the only way out. Maybe he was like,
I just heard that story too many times where he's going to federal prison. He's gonna be okay, bro. Like, I've talked to my uncle. He's over there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gordo. He's doing great, bro.
Yeah, federal prison.
Federal prison, you want to be in. Like, if you're gonna go to jail, make sure you do a federal crime. Don't do it though. You know what I'm saying? But you want to make sure you
want to be with the big dogs.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I heard the feds are kind of crazy now though, because I watched this dude on YouTube. Shout out to from Wrong to Strong, CJ. That motherfucker go hard. Go check him out. Oh, yeah. But yeah, what he was saying is that now in the feds, there's like bunch of bums and shit, because everybody has guns now. So with gun charges, like, you got a bunch of musty little 30 niggas that listen to NBA YoungBoy probably in there.
Shit. Oh, that was an interesting one, man. It's just one of those where it's like, damn, like, this guy.
I think that goes to show you that if you're gonna really be outspoken and really say how you feel and shit, that shit comes with a price. And that's just with anything, bro. Shit, you can get canceled real fucking quick.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, you can be solid as fuck, bold, just a solid ass motherfucker. But if somebody has more money than you and more power than you, then
it's a lot. It's a lot of shit that you
like. What the fuck are you gonna do?
That's why I try to stay out of trouble. A broke nigga like me will get fucked left and right. You know what I'm saying?
It's one of those where. And then you got people like Tupac was talking all that shit, and I mean he when you're talking that shit, it's just you're asking for repercussions. You know what I'm saying? So it's either, I would say, like, if I got to a point where I knew all kinds of shit, I used to be like, hold up, I used to be on some shit like, I'm exposing these bitch ass niggas, but nowadays I'm kind of just like, I think I just want to go to the mountains and take some shrooms or some shit.
For sure.
Just chill with my shorty and my dog. And
I love to dig into like conspiracies, but I know,
because there's nothing I can do about it. You know what I'm saying? And the little that I can, I do. I try to be a good person and all that basic shit. But like those conspiracy, if you those could be all true, but what the fuck are we gonna do about it?
But at the end of the day, as long as you say conspiracy, you can just fuck around with it. I just like the thought of thinking about what scenario may happen. Like it could be one of those where he actually did commit suicide. You know what I'm saying? Like it could have been one of those where he's like, all right, fuck it. Before these motherfuckers come for me, I'm gonna just.
Because that's one thing that I heard somebody say. They said that the only reason why they're okay with suicide is because they're more okay with the fact that they're in control of taking their life as opposed to not knowing how they're gonna die. So what he was saying, he's like, I kind of understand why people kill themselves, because what he was saying, he's like, I'd rather know and do it myself than to
just be unexpected. You sleep and somebody slots your throat and shit,
or
like
whatever the fuck happens. Get hit by a train or choking a chicken wing.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. Very interesting. So if y'all have more information, just comment down below. We'll entertain a little bit more, man. But on another note, and I think this one's interesting, and
male insecurity, is that the one you want to jump to?
We can jump into that one, but I was going to jump into the OnlyFans.
I know you're going to say that.
Yeah, the OnlyFans. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. This is a possibility, right? Mm-hmm. OnlyFans, they're trying to remove adult content. And the interesting thing here is they're trying to focus more on mainstream. Like they're trying to focus more on like getting creators, celebrities to just do more of like a personal level. So if you want like
courses and shit like
Drake, I'm gonna do OnlyFans, and it's gonna be exclusive content for you guys, like maybe a freestyle or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's very interesting because OnlyFans, we know that it generates billions of dollars off of adult content. You know what I'm saying? Now my thing with this is like those people, guys and girls,
dirty little whores, are gonna have to go back to work.
So what are y'all gonna do now? You know what I'm saying? I just feel like this is one of these scenarios where it's like, if you didn't take advantage of the money you were making and invested in businesses and growing something outside of that, or you was just flexing and fronting and buying these Chanel bags, and like, you got to hold this L. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you guys doing? Like, that I think is an interesting take. Like, what do you think? What do you think about this, AV?
I don't really think much of it. It was a trend, I guess. Like you said, if you didn't invest that money and shit, you better hop on the next wave or go get you a sugar daddy.
I think it's weird because when you think about OnlyFans, the first thing that comes to mind is nudes, ass.
Whole lot of wrinkly balls are gonna be getting
like these guys
by these young.
You won't be able to, beat your goose, you know what I'm saying, and beat your meat. Like that's gonna be tough for a lot of, bro. People pay, bro. Like I'm talking about these old people and
what I'm saying
guys
is that
in general, like that
one of these girls that are on OnlyFans are probably gonna just go on to the next hustle, which is
what would be the next hustle?
Well, I mean, they're probably, that's what I'm saying. A lot of old dudes are gonna be getting laid because the girls on my fans only are gonna start going back to their sugar daddy. So all you old rich motherfuckers, it's your time to shine right now.
Man, that's gonna be an interesting one because it's a lot of money, bro. People pay like $100, who knows how much.
So why are they trying to get rid of it if they're making that much money? They're gonna
first rumor is that big credit card companies want to not be so involved with those kind of transactions. Second of all, they want to go mainstream. So what happens is if they hit up and like OnlyFans as a company hits up big investors, they're gonna be like, your shit is a little dirty. I don't want to put my money into that. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to clean it up a little bit, which is kind of interesting because if you guys want to become a mainstream platform, isn't there enough competition as it is? Who you guys like, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be competing with like all these platforms and shit. And it's like, I don't know.
They should have just kept it rated R is what you're saying.
I don't know. I don't knock on anybody's hustle. But I just feel like this is one of those scenarios where it's like, you have to develop, like it's with rappers, right? Everything. When you're in the street you fucking blow up and get out of the hood, you become mainstream, get out of the hood.
You got to build a brand. It's really what it comes down to. And man, I've been watching a lot of Nipsey Hussle interviews and stuff, and that's really what he preaches is like, you got to build your brand and then monetize that brand and just have that core audience. Like this dude was going to colleges in New York. He's from California. He was traveling all the way to New York, going to high schools and passing out CDs hand to hand to students and shit. So he basically became the the plug himself. Like he engineered, he basically did the Rust, but in the hood type shit. That's why Nipsey was so, his brand is like that whole thing you were talking about. The artists hopping on My Fans Only so they could get exclusive content. Nipsey was doing that shit with like shirts. Like you could, if you bought that exclusive shirt, you could scan it, and then it'll pop some shit up on your phone. And then it'll have, that shirt will have a freestyle.
Like,
So you bought the shirt and the freestyle type shit.
Yeah.
Like Nipsey was onto some shit.
And that's what I like to say, because look, I spent enough time studying TikTok. I love the app. I think it's amazing. But one thing that irritates me is that when there's a sound trend or something and there's like a skit, everybody copies it, right? Everybody copies it. You go to the sound and it's like 1,000+ videos of people copying the same shit.
There'll be some garbage ass videos too.
Like letter by letter, like fucking, and it's like, come on. Like, I feel like to a certain degree, it's cool to do that once in a while, but once you gain the following and the attention out of that video that you copied from another creator, then start making your own shit. Like if you see an idea, look, add your twist to it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if TikTok were to disappear and be like, fuck y'all, you can't take the same thing you're doing into YouTube and other
shout
platforms.
out to all the followers that came from TikTok, man. You guys,
amazing, man. It's a powerful tool, and you want to make sure you take fully advantage, and you want to build a brand off of it. Because I see some shit, like I literally see some guys too, and I'm not the type to comment, but I was like, bro, you got to be more original, because the guy literally steals other people's content and be like, oh, this guy was drinking a soda. He chugged the club soda and tried not to burp, and then shows the clip. Like, bro, that's not. And then he expect people to follow him. Like, bro, you didn't do shit, but just show me content.
I saw some DJ on Instagram the other day he was like new artist. He was a video guy. I think it's like Visuals by D or some shit. He was like, new artist, just drop that fucking video. Nobody cares. Like, basically what he's saying is like, as a new artist, you got to be more focused on just putting content out there. You know what I'm saying? Like we were, boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
I think people are like so focused on that one project that they're like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
And I think,
as a new artist, people aren't really
put shit out there, bro. It's just like, and then always ask yourself, what are you going to do different? Like you can, I like to call it, instead of copying, steal, and then add your twist. Like steal, you know what I'm saying? Steal it and add your twist, because if you steal it, nobody knows
that shit is yours.
You
stole it, nigga.
You stole it, right? But you add your twist, so nobody at the end of the day is gonna notice.
It's a motherfucking stick up.
Yeah, so it's one of those where it's like, focus on one project at a time, but put shit out there. I feel like, and I tell this all the time, like a lot of new artists are focusing on dropping albums. Like
let me put y'all on game right quick. Artist,
let me put this point out real quick. Right, so if you drop a 12-song album, maybe 3 are going to be, people are going to listen to 3. So those other songs that are actually good, people haven't discovered it, because it's like they're not going to listen to the whole shit because you don't have the name yet. So I feel like if you drop those 12 songs divided by the year and you promote the fuck out of it, then you're going to get more.
And also, like, this is some fact shit that I learned this week. Nipsey said that 50 Cent told him not to drop an album because it gives you more leverage when you go to a record deal, to a label, and you don't have any track record yet. Like they don't, if you only sold 20,000 copies as an indie artist, they're gonna base their deal on those 20,000, as to where if you're just dropping mixtapes, they can't really tell how many, you know what I'm saying, it's off of just hype.
Yeah,
so the moment you have a track record of an album, that's what the label's gonna be like. Oh, you only sold 20.
You got to think outside the box. So think about it, right? You promote, you drop one song, let's say one song a month. Just to you have content, you have visuals and shit, you can push that. And when you show it to somebody to impress them, you're going to have numbers because you spent the energy and time to promote that, instead of just one album and, one song being the popular one, the rest just flopping. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
you want to build a core fucking audience. Like, shout out to T-Rel. That dude's been working, man.
Yeah.
And you can see that because he's not on major platforms. He's not on Say Cheese and Vlad and all that stuff, but he's so consistent on Instagram and doing collaborations, and you know, he's all over the place to where it's like people really fuck with the dude. He can go and sell out a show in Little Rock, Arkansas. Like, what the fuck, you know?
No, it's all about work, bro, and it's all about how much you want to focus on, you know, just putting content out there. I mean, shout out to Rob Stovall too.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
Young Stove. You know, he's out here going crazy. But he's work, putting content out there. He's
sauce me up, GQ.
Yeah.
I see you out there too, boy.
Turn me up, GQ. Turn me up.
No, he changed it to sauce me up, GQ.
Oh, for real?
Because he was fucking with Sauce Walker, and then that's
shit. Hell yeah. So yeah, you got people working, bro. You got people putting content out there. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of talent. You just gotta believe in yourself and just do it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's big.
That's really what it comes down to, is just doing it. Boom, boom, boom. Not being scared.
So this one, we're gonna go to this one right here. So the reason why I brought this up, and I was like, AV, we need to talk about this, right? So I was working yesterday, and I work at retail, right? So I come and help this couple, and I'm just doing my job, man. I'm just doing my job, and this guy, he's probably in the mid-30s. He goes and starts hugging her a lot, like close,
Right when you got there.
No. I'm helping the customer, so I greet them, and she's the one talking, and I'm just doing my job.
Yeah.
And then he just starts, like, they came in together, and he didn't hug her, got close to her. He was just like, being, I'm
Then
here.
as soon as you got close,
And no, I didn't get close. I'm just doing my job.
well, that's what I'm saying. As soon as you approached them,
Yeah.
saying.
And it's like 5 minutes later, he just starts like hugging.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I'm like, whatever, right? But I just feel like it's just so like, it was in that uncomfortable hug, like too close. You're like doing too much. Like, I get it, bro. He's your girl. Nobody's going to take her. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is that an insecurity?
Probably.
Is it?
Yeah, I would say so. Maybe. Or I don't know. Maybe he just,
What do you think?
maybe, yeah.
What do you think,
I
Bello?
would probably
Maybe
say
he's
so.
just clinging.
Because
That
it's
too.
like, man, I don't know.
It can, though. I could see that. Man.
But I just don't. I feel like in a public space, like if you're going to, you're going to Best Buy, you're going to a retail
you're
store.
there to take care of a
You're
certain
there to
problem,
do
so-
something. You're
Yeah.
not there, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
go,
yeah,
you do
yeah.
that shit in the
I agree.
park. That's what, like, where I get to. I feel like there was a certain, and
Maybe that's what it was. You got close. You got close,
but
and
the
then
thing
he
here,
was like,
and the thing here is it was Hispanic. He was Hispanic, and I used to work at a heavily Hispanic area, right? And it happened a lot where it's like, you got
Mexicans
these guys.
are insecure.
Hispanics, bro, in general. Like I couldn't tell if he was Mexican, Salvadorian, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hispanic in general.
Maybe
right?
his stroke game wasn't on point.
So that just kind of triggered, and I'm like, that shit bothered me. I'm like, bro, why do you got to get so close? Like, I get it, bro. You guys are together. I noticed that from the moment you guys walked in together. You know what I'm saying? So why the extra?
I don't
Insecurity.
know. Yeah, I would say maybe it's insecurity, or like he said, that dude might just be a clingy motherfucker.
Yeah,
That,
guys, comment down below. What you guys think, man?
But
Have you experienced that? Are you guys one of those?
I would say
You're a purple pill now. What do you think, bro? Do you
insecure-
tend to do that shit?
Insecurities are nah, man. Not like. I mean, I am a lovable person whenever I'm in a relationship, so I'll be like holding hands and. But not like that, you know what I'm saying? Not in a fucking
Right.
Verizon when I'm gonna go pay my bill and shit.
Or
like,
you're gonna fucking
like if
upgrade
I'm
your
at the
phone.
movies waiting
Right,
in line
exactly.
to go in.
I
and,
think there's
then
then
I'll
exactly.
probably be right there. But not even like that, you know. I'm not
Right.
gonna be making out and shit right there.
I
like,
think walking in, like, let's say a Best Buy and holding hands and shit, like, nah, I'm there. I can initially walk, but once I start like looking at shit,
yeah.
I'm just focusing.
Yeah, I mean,
on,
if you're
in
walking,
and out,
like,
boom.
I would always see my parents because they've always been together. So if they're walking like from the car to the inside, they'll probably hold hands on
Yeah.
the way there, and then
Right.
of course my dad's gonna go look at shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't have to be weird like that, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, and I do believe that could be it. Like the dude was just probably like, how did he look? Respectfully,
What do you mean? How do you look?
was he like a little short, fat motherfucker?
No, he
or
was a little big, not fat, not skinny. Like he
Was she
little,
bad?
little short. Not my type.
Not your
So
type.
it was, and even if like I got no business.
So-
in that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So what made you think he was insecure?
because we made eye contact, me and the guy. I look down on my tablet. Boom, I greet him, and we all cool. And then I look back up, and he's like super hugging, but he made that like serious eye contact. I'm like,
Like, this shit is mine.
bro.
I don't want that shit.
And it's happened, bro. I'm the same way, right? I just do my stuff, you know, and it happened to me once. You know, I don't know if I told you this, but when I used to work at Ace Hardware, I was at the cash register. And, you know, I got my hair. A lot of people think, you know, I'm black and shit, which I do got parts, you know, parts of me are black and shit, whatever, right? And, you know, I had the hair, curls popping and shit. And this guy, there was this couple, and I'm over here, you know, the lady hands me the stuff. I scan it, like, how you guys doing, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just doing my shit. And he was like, he said in Spanish, like, I forgot what the fuck he said, but he said
he
something.
thought you were black and didn't speak English, Spanish?
So he said, okay, no se crea or some shit, right? And then I scanned the shit, and I was like, okay, tenga buen día.
Yeah.
Bro, his face was white. He was pale. Like, cause I looked at him straight in the eye, and I was like, tenga buen día. It's like, bro, come on. I'm just doing my job, my nigga. Like, and it goes back.
Well, I would say maybe
Hispanics.
I could see like, you're a friendly motherfucker. You know, so maybe that is an insecurity. They're like, oh, damn, I'm not as nice as this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
So you think
my curls ain't popping like this nigga.
You think it's that?
I mean,
like, shit.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that happening.
A brother's just trying to get a sale, man. That's it.
Yeah. I would say that men are insecure, and I know we're all insecure, bro. I would say so. I've had my share moments of insecurity, but not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just as a man, it's tough being a fucking man. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it is.
So there's times where I don't feel like adequate enough and shit. I'm like, fuck. Like, there might be somebody out there that can take care of this girl better than me or some shit. You know, you start thinking shit like that. So you just gotta control your own thoughts at the end of the day, man. Like, if you think she's gonna fucking cheat on you or whatever, then you should probably just get away. Cause what kind of life is that, bro? You're just thinking like you gotta keep her right there to fucking.
Like, I can't imagine when she says, I'm going out with the homegirls and shit. I'm going to Miami. I'm going to Miami little road trip with the girls. I don't know.
And if the person's gonna cheat, they're gonna cheat.
Exactly. So. I think that's something that I think. That's an interesting one, you know what I'm saying? Because,
but I would say the majority of men are insecure. I say that just because I've had a lot of friendships and a lot of like business relationships, and most of the time shit falls apart because of insecurities. Like, motherfuckers just wanting to be more, or you know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what men were insecure, bro. We just try to be tough about it.
Yeah.
We try to grow big muscles and talk tough and shit. But for the most part, we're like sensitive and vulnerable and shit. Like, the girls know how to fucking hurt us. Like, for the most part, you know, because they, like, if it's a girl that you've been with for a long time, they know you and they know your trigger points and shit. So I feel like a girl that really knows you can really fucking break you down if she wants to.
Yeah, I think I saw this thing. It was very interesting. This chick made a video, and she was like, I personally think girls cheat a lot more than guys, because guys, when they cheat, they normally want to fuck and that's it, right? They just bust a nut. I'm going home. That's it. I don't call you, no nothing, right? But when a female cheats most of the time, this is in most cases,
it's a consistent thing.
It's a consistent thing. They have emotions attached. They're talking to the person, and like, it's very interesting because, yeah, us guys, boom, fuck, all right, hit you to the curve, move on, whatever. But, you know, she was actually pointing that shit out. Like, you know, we're constantly texting and calling and
was it that black girl?
I think
she was in the car.
I want to say. I don't remember. This was a while back, but you see
that's
something
just
like
one
that?
of those things too where
it's not in all scenarios.
Yeah, because I could get on there and be like, "Oh, all men are gonna," and then somebody could be like, "Oh, it's a man saying it."
But
so
she's saying no, but this was a female though. Like, she's saying it as like her perspective.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I could be a man and say some shit on like that's really out of the walls as a man's perspective, and I
feel like it can still, at the end of the day, it can go either way. A man can get attached too, but. I mean,
because you hear all the time, like, dudes, I don't know, that's different, but like the dude will be cheating and then he'll end up getting that fucking girl pregnant. So why the fuck would you be busting nuts inside a girl if you aren't ready to, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, bro, you got a wife and you're busting nuts inside this other girl. That means you got some sort of fucking feelings or something. Like,
too many. With a lot of
that's a tough one, man. I feel like Oh man,
insecurities is just one of those things, bro, that I think everybody has, women, men, and we all just got to work with it. And then if you find that person, communication is like the key to not be insecure like that. Yeah. And you never know, because everybody comes with traumas too. Like if you get with somebody and they've been cheated on or you've been cheated on, like that's like you got to learn each other and shit to. Like that shit, I don't know, man. It's just one of those things where it's a mental battle, because you could be at work the whole time and you're like, damn, what the fuck are they doing? Or, that's a shitty feeling, bro. I wouldn't like. I'd rather be single than fucking feel that, you know.
It is, man, and I feel like it all comes down to like, I genuinely believe it's more of a connection. Like, how strong is your connection with that your significant other? You know, because
are you guys fighting all the time? Or you guys, if so, then she's probably getting her ankles loosened somewhere else.
She probably has her legs behind her ears and she's getting rammed.
Jesus
man, but
that's another thing too, man. I've seen we're laughing and shit now, but I mean, I've seen a lot of fucking girls do niggas dirty, man, and it's
goes
crazy,
either way, bro.
It goes both ways. It goes both ways,
it
but I have seen like just dirty situations where the dude is like paying for the cars and the house and her tuition, and she's out at La Brasa with another motherfucker.
Yeah, with
you know
John over here, you know, going
with John with the good hair.
Yeah, John Wick, you know, giving him the wiki. But, it's interesting, man. But
I think you just have to learn to fucking
not be stupid.
What is that?
Not be stupid. Like not get into like you said. Well, like Darwin said, right? He was like, well, why be with that person if you don't know them? You know, if you don't know them that well.
Yeah.
We like to jump into shit really fast and not.
That's another thing too. Or like relationships, people like jumping onto things real quick.
Yeah, like just fucking like go on a day and like pick that person's brain and see, you know what I'm saying? Like,
if you can hang out with them without having sex, I would say that's the key right there.
And y'all vibe and y'all ain't even worried about it. Like, I'm not worried about busting. I don't like us, man. We always want to fuck. Like, that's just in our mind. But it's one of those where,
man, I think girls want to fuck too, bro.
You think?
Yeah,
just as much as us.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
I mean, some horny girls out there, man. So
I do believe that they are horny and shit. It's just, we're more, I guess.
I feel like they tease us too much, you know.
We see a little bad show, we're like, yeah, shit. You're already making all these scenarios in your head and shit. So, but like go out on a date, see how the vibe is. You know what I'm saying? If it goes well and you guys are good without Netflix and chilling.
This is a tip from the Star Report. He said, if I go out with a girl and I'll take care of the tab, but the moment I see she doesn't tip, I say, excuse me, I'm going to the bathroom, and I just leave the bitch there. Yeah. It's like, because if you can't even tip, I don't want nothing to do with you.
Yeah. At least you consider that, so that's points. Like, all right, he paid for it, so I'm gonna leave a tip. That's the least you can do, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? That kind of shows that.
So y'all, just for y'all, you guys out there going on dates, just that's a key point right there.
That's a big one right there, man.
Leave a tip.
Like if she ain't even leaving $3.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. But yeah, that's definitely an interesting one.
Insecurities too, man. They come from us, man, not doing what the fuck we're supposed to be doing. So if we do what we got to do, we shouldn't be insecure. You should know that you're a fucking king and you're valuable and you're an asset to anybody's life. You know what I'm saying? And if that person does cheat, fuck them. Just it's their loss.
Yeah, you can
That's
find
how
something
you should
better.
feel, you know?
Yeah, you can find something better. It goes, you know.
And it's going to hurt. I mean, it's going to hurt, you know what I'm saying, to get fooled like that. But shit, man. It's life. Shit happens. People are fucked up.
All right, I got one more thing, and then the information of the day, and that's it. We wrap this shit up. You guys watched the fight, Tank Davis.
Yeah, I lost $40.
You bet? What?
I did. I just a little double.
You got what's his name? Barrios?
Yeah, I was just betting on the raza. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was. What do you think about the fight, bro?
It was a good fight.
I think it was.
It was good, man.
I think it was a good fight. Shout out to Davis because he had to go up And that's a tough one because, like, when you go up, you lose quality. You know what I'm saying? You got to adapt
What's
to
up?
shit.
What's up with Mayweather, man? That hair was looking crazy.
The chains, too, bro. It's like, I'm looking at his chains, and I'm like, my neck hurts, bro. Like, God damn.
He was looking like a character off Hustle and Flow, looking all dirty. Come on, Mayweather. Get you a barber, man.
Hey, this is what I...
Should at least got a little taper or something.
Bro, this is the thing with Mayweather, bro. It shows you how important hair is, right? Because Mayweather, that shit is fake. His hairline, all that shit is fake.
Oh, that's why he can't.
But I'm like, bro, you look good bald. Like you got the.
So see, insecurity. There we go.
Insecurity. That's what I'm like. That a guy that has
you're a world
millions,
fucking champion, and you got millions of dollars around your neck, but
and you're like,
you got fake hair on, bro.
Yeah, you're like, oh, let me get this fake hair and this fake like full beard because he can do like a little goatee and shit.
I really thought it was real.
You thought it was real?
Yeah,
that's
for
what
a moment.
too.
I
was just like, damn, why is he looking so dusty?
He looks dusty.
Yeah,
it's because like, come on, Mayweather's not gonna look like that. It's just he got to work with what he got. He was like, all right, let me see how I can get this fucking hair looking like hair, and he just looks dusty.
Or you got to transplant.
You know what I'm saying?
I would say that's a insecurity. You see a lot of older men too. They dye their mustache and their hair and shit like that.
I see it all the time.
Hair is very important. I think one of the reasons why LeBron doesn't want to let it go. One of the reasons why KD doesn't want to let it go.
But LeBron, Tory Lanez, they brought their shit back. They brought it doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, LeBron did. Sometimes they just, I don't know, it's weird.
And certain angles.
Yeah. Kevin Durant, my guy, bro, come on. Let it go. It just doesn't look right.
Or maybe, I don't know, maybe the barber just needs to hook it up more, you know what I'm saying? Like, or I don't know. Kevin Durant looks like the motherfucker that can't sit still and just like gets the one all around. Like.
But going back to the fight, I think that was an amazing fight. I watched it, and I think the thing that had me on my toes, and that's why I like the sports of boxing, is like it's all technical, quick decisions because like it could have gone either way. You know what I'm saying? Like a bad miscalculation, Davis could have got punched and knocked down. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like
it was a good fight.
It was a good fight. Shout out to both fighters.
The one before them, I don't know who the boxers were, but I was going for the light skinned dude, and he disappointed me. I lost. If I was in prison, I'd be losing all my noodles.
But it's interesting, right? So we got to find a way to make this Ryan Garcia and Tank fight happen. I just feel like that's
that would be a good
you know
one.
what I'm saying? They're both in their primes. It's just one of those where I feel like sometimes they both avoid each other just because even like when the reporter like mentioned it, he kind of like and it's like, is it because you guys, you know, like it's gonna bring a lot of attention. People want to see it.
Maybe it's just not that time yet.
Right. Some people want to
build the hype more. Maybe
it could be that. You know,
let's get these fools a couple more big fights.
Yeah,
2-3 more, and then we'll cash out for real. Yeah.
So I think that was an interesting fight. But
that backflip he did at the end was fucking
epic. The picture that they took too, I was like, whoa, this motherfucker just. Like
the homie was like, you bet against Mayweather's fighter? He was like, you know, that dude's getting the best of everything, getting massages and trainers. I was like,
getting the
I was drunk,
head.
Bro.
Come on, bro.
I just said that
Mayweather owns one of the hottest strippers, bro. Like strip clubs. Like, come on, man. Like that boy probably got a lap dance before the fucking fight. Like, come on.
I heard that's not good though. I heard some boxers even go without sex all through fucking training camp.
Because of the energy, sexual, like...
Yeah, transmutation shit. Well, Mike Tyson said he didn't. Mike Tyson said he was busting nuts all through. Because he was I wouldn't want to be thinking about it.
Like, oh, I want to fuck something.
Yeah, so he was I would just do it. Was it Mike Tyson or Joe Rogan? So somebody said that shit.
Yeah, I think it was Mike Tyson. Because didn't he fuck a Safata?
I don't know. Mike Tyson was going crazy.
He was going crazy, yeah.
That motherfucker went to jail like 20 times before he was even 18.
Yeah, bro. Crazy life of Mike Tyson, man. All right, so before we wrap this up, I want to go ahead and touch in on some information of the day, and this is pretty simple, right? Us humans, we can go 30 plus days without eating, you know what I'm saying? And we still will survive. However, sleep is very important. If you go 11 days without sleep, you should be concerned because the chances of you dying is high. Sleep is very important. You go 11 consecutive days without sleeping, you're bound to.
I've seen a couple hood niggas on thizzles do that.
I don't know. Sleep is very important. That's that information of the day. Get your sleep, clear out your mind, meditation.
Yeah.
Smoke a little blazy if you need to. You know what I'm saying? But get you the sleep.
I'm about to do another sober challenge because I've been drinking again. So I'm gonna do a little 60-day.
60-day starting when? We
We
gotta hold you accountable, bro.
I started on Sunday. So
Sunday. You started Sunday.
Sunday. I haven't.
You got people listening to you, and you don't want to
60
fuck
days.
up. 60 days. So we will hear about
Y'all about to see the A-Vizzle glowing up in this bitch.
So we got what today's June, so
28.
August, late August. What made you do that
I just was drinking again,
like heavy?
saying stupid shit when I get drunk and
Like,
Talk about this, bro. I was like, bro, it felt like we were arguing and shit at a certain point, and like it was a fucking mess.
it's because I've been doing a lot of shit. So
staying busy.
yeah, so by the end of the day,
Working
I'm ready
hard.
to like just
Chill type shit.
yeah, and I'm like fuck working out right now. So I've been I'll go get me a little shooter, and then it became like I'm like damn, I'm turning to Roy now, getting a shooter every fucking day. So yeah, man, I was just this weekend actually while watching the fight, I drank too much, fucking argued with my girl for the first time, and I was just like, fuck this. I was like, nah, I'm not about to let this drinking shit fuck things up. So
I want to ask you this, AV. That's a good ass challenge. I'm gonna definitely we're gonna definitely document this here. So when you smoke, do you dream? Because I heard if you smoke, it kind of you don't like have dreams.
Yeah,
and shit.
I actually do.
It kind of messes. With
I need to go maybe like a week or something without smoking to really be able to answer that question.
Yeah.
But I do dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I don't know. I don't remember who told me, but I think it was interesting. Like, if you smoke, you won't dream. It's like
yeah. No, I mean, maybe not as much. I don't.
Because I feel like we dream every day. Every night when we go to sleep, we dream. It's just one we remember. Certain dreams we remember, certain we don't. Because if you think about it, we only remember we were at certain place. We don't know how the dream started. It's just very weird how that.
Well, I would say, man, all that shit. I don't know. On Sunday, I was eating and I was just like, it felt like my body was talking to me or something. And I was like, just be healthier, dude. Like fucking. I don't know.
You heard like your body kind of say like,
bro, I just felt
I
everything was good, bro. Everything was good, but I still felt like fucked up. And I was like, why? Like I've been doing everything. I've been working. Like I'm not really stressing too much on money. I'm eating breakfast with my girl right now. Like why do I feel fucking? And then I'm like, the only reason is because I haven't been working out as much as I was, and I've been drinking more consistent, so that's why I feel like shit. That's the only two things that, and it's common sense, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those where it's an addiction really at the end of the day, you know. So it is what it is. Shit.
Yeah, interesting. So we'll definitely document that, bro. I get excited for that.
Anybody fighting them addictions, man, y'all stay fucking focused, and if you fall down, get back up and go at it again. That's the only thing I can say.
Do you record yourself with the challenge, or
we document it here most of the time?
Man,
like,
I just really
a lot of people.
Y'all be able to see it just in my fucking skin and my productivity and
like even throughout the podcast, bro. There was moments where you looked fucking fluffed the fuck out, bro. Like you know what I'm saying?
My skin be all red,
all red, and like you just look all like you're about to explode and shit. So it's like now we can see the progress and you can see it throughout the episodes and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's good.
I've been able to keep the weight off, but it's like one of those things we were talking about, getting comfortable. Like we got to consistently challenge ourselves. So I felt like there for like a month or two, I was getting stagnant. Like I was just like, so now it's time to step it up again. You know what I'm saying? So if I got to do that, like a 60-day challenge or some shit to light the fire up, and that's what I got to do.
Get to it. But I mean, I think that's it, man. You guys want to touch on anything else?
That's it, man. Thanks to everybody that's been following, and we had to take a little break.
Yes.
We're at episode 80, so the next 20 are going to be some
going
bangers.
ham. I promise y'all we're going ham, and thank you guys for the support once again. So we catch you guys on the next one.
Catch you on the rebound.